Calling the market bottom in real time, was it luck or perhaps something else? Our game plan in Forex as well as our full stock analysis. I am Mark Melnick and this is the Newsbeat Show. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Newsbeat Show. A lot of things happened today. There was actually a lot of good action despite it being Memorial Week, at least for us and the traders in the Newsbeat live room. And I want to go over something to actually teach you today. And it basically gave you the ability to call the market bottom. Now, if you've been watching this show for a while, if this isn't your first time, it seems to be a going thing where I say, oh, catch the market bottom, catch the bottom here, buy the bottom here. And I keep saying it and saying it. The truth is, we do it pretty frequently, which is why we talk about it so much. So I'm going to teach you today. And I'm going to show you a chart of the triple Qs. And I'm going to ask you, was there any line that you could have drawn here on the triple Qs, a trend line, connecting the tops and or bottoms of any of these candlesticks that you see on the screen right now? Here's a daily chart of the triple Qs. Now, I'm not going to cue the Jeopardy music. I'm not going to see how much you wagered. I'm just asking you a simple question. Can you look at this chart and can you actually draw a trend line that would let you nail the low of the market today? So here's the Qs is what I'm referring to by the market. We had a $2.01 range. Let's call it $2 range between the low and high. I'm saying, could have you bought basically at or right near that day low, drawing a trend line on the chart? I'll give you 10 seconds. Just look at it. All right. If you said the answer was drawing the top of May 14th to the top of May 17th, this trend line right here, you are correct. Now you look at the daily and you actually see we actually haven't tested this line on the daily. You see, the thing is when you draw any trend line on a higher time frame, it translates differently on the lower time frame. And I will show you. So right here is today, comes back, here's the trend line we drew. Now, depending on what time of the day it hits, the number could be different. So if it hit it at 9:45 today, the support would be around 168. If the support hit at 3:30 today, the 5-minute support level would be 167.69. So you could see that translated, the line looks different on shorter time frames. That's because if you're on a descending line, every single second, let alone every single minute, the level slowly edges down. So depending on what time of the day you hit that level is crucial to the success of being able to buy at the bottom of the trend line. So using that trend line, and I'm giving you the chance to draw it yourself, again, you could rewatch this video if you'd like. I'll repeat it again. May 14th high to May 17th high is how you drew that trend line. Now, what did it look like on the 5-minute again? So we're talking buying here at the day lows. Now, I'll rarely buy the triple Qs. As you guys know, a lot of you guys ask me, Mark, do you ever buy the Qs? Do you ever buy the spiders? Why not just buy the Qs? Why not just buy the spiders? And I'll give a myriad of reasons and a plethora of reasons of why I would take, for example, an Apple over the triple Qs because Apple is weighted with the Qs. So if the Qs goes up, Apple goes up, Netflix goes up, Google goes up, Amazon, 100 other names and 1,000 other names in actuality that are not part of the triple Qs will go up with it, right? How important would it be for you to actually be in a scenario where you hear somebody in real time saying, Guys, I'm buying the Qs right over here, right now. The Qs are going to bounce right now. And when you hear that, it's at the bottom of that little yellow arrow where it says, buy here at day lows. See, normally these charts piss me off. Normally I look at the charts, and when somebody shows me something like that, the first thing that goes through my head is get the hell out of here. Come on. You're not buying it over there. Give me a break. What do you mean buy here? Thank you, Captain Hindsight. Thanks for alerting us where we could have bought it. Like, that's honestly because I'm a little bit skeptical. I've been around Wall Street for 19 years. You know, that makes me more skeptical than a father watching his 14-year-old daughter go to the prom for the first time. You know, I have the right to be skeptical when I hear stuff like that. The only difference is I'm doing it in a room in front of 300 people. And I'm doing it in real time in front of a room with 300 people who watch this show as well. So there is no making that up. So I wrote for most traders where I didn't, by the way, where it says new day high, I didn't sell there. So I bought where you see the first yellow arrow. I did not sell where you see buy new day high. Not only that, for most traders, I feel these days on Wall Street, you're not really taught that buying at day lows or intraday bottoms in the market can be done with any form of consistency or relative frequency. And the Newsbeat Live Room will continue to disprove that thesis. The truth is, there's a million methods, there's a million systems. There's the green light system, the 3-point system, the 5-method system, the 4 things you should know, the 7 things that every trader cannot live without, and they're very catchy. They're very catchy. What happens psychologically is your brain tells yourself something that, oh wow, there's only 3 potential scenarios in the market. You mean we go up, down, or sideways? Really? That's it? Oh my god! Oh my god, making money is so much easier now that I know those brilliant facts, the brilliant truths, the brilliant omniscience, the beautiful surveillance and the purveyance forward of such amazing knowledge. Why wasn't this knowledge bestowed upon me since the first day? That's all I had to know. But the truth is, what a real trader who's continuously successful, if they know how to explain themselves, they will tell you that trading is always going to change. My Newsbeat Masterclass should look different in the future. How long in the future? I don't know. The first thing anybody really should ask when approaching any training class is, how long is this training class in existence? And can you show me the P&L of the person who's actually teaching it? Is the person who's teaching it, or are they actually applying these methods every day and making money consistently? Making money is not the same thing as making money consistently. If you don't make money consistently, you're going to burn out. The trader who's making money 80% of the time, making $250 on average when he's right, losing $300 on average when he's wrong, making money 4 out of 5 days, that trader can trade for the rest of his life. The trader who 1 month is up, 1 month is down, 1 month is up, next month he's up, next month he's up, then down, 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 that trader is like a ticking time bomb. And you know that by now. So anybody who tells you that making money is more important than consistency is another trader who's not a good trader. Not a good trader. And then, of course, you'll have those traders where they'll boast. They'll say, I make money 35% of the time. But when I'm right, I make 4 times more than when I'm wrong. 3 times more than when I'm wrong. You know what I say to those people? No, you don't. No, you don't. What do you mean, no, I don't? I mean, no, you don't. If you show me your track record, you're not making that much money and you're not still consistent and successful at the numbers you gave me. Yeah, maybe if you have a sample size of 10 trades that you've taken, but you're not an everyday trader because you would have blown up by now. You would have been unable to look at the market the same. They say that the majority of people in the finance market will last 4 or 5 years, and the people who could really stick it out could last 10 years before they do something else. Being 19 years in this market, I am not only living proof that that's wrong, or maybe it's right, and maybe I'm just an exception to the rule. I'm telling you, the reason why people burn out is they're not consistent. It's okay to be wrong. It's not okay to be wrong more than 35% of the time. It's not okay. And anybody who is, if you're doing something and you're not making money 70% of the time or more, even 65% of the time or more, what happens in school when you get less than a 65 on your test? You fail because you're not good enough at it, right? The market has a funny way of tricking you into these things. What I am telling you is using this algorithmic methodology, there's a trend line course I'm teaching. I can teach you how to nail these bottoms in real time. And it's easier than ever to draw lines because they snap and connect with each other using this new software. It's easier than ever to set alerts and make money. So we drew a trend line recently in Celgene. Then I'm going to share with you the medium conviction idea we had today, in which I made 5 figures. But let me share with you this Celgene. So what I'm telling you is right over here in Celgene, we took, I'll just delete the other lines just to show you the line we took here. This line, connecting the May 3rd and May 9th low, we were able to buy right here near the bottom of Celgene for a swing trade on Monday. Gapped up the next day, you're up nicely. Gapped up the next day, you're up big. Gapped up today, you're up huge. And that's what happened on Celgene. I was actually trying to exit it yesterday. I didn't get filled. And I held it today, and I actually, dumb luck, it actually gapped up again with the market down. What I'm telling you is drawing a trend line is the single most effective thing in the entire market to accurately call tops and bottoms. So many people are so determined on saying, well, if this happens, you get follow through potentially. You look for the follow through, look for the breakout. Look for the breakout. That's what they'll tell you. They'll say, look for the breakout. Look for names to follow through. Cut your losses quickly, but let your winners ride. And the truth is, it's so hard to consistently, accurately decide when a stock is going to do something like what Celgene is. I'm not even delusional to the fact that when I bought Celgene, that it might have not looked like that and worked 3 days in a row for our swing idea in our face here. I'm not even making it up like, oh yeah, when I buy off these levels, that's what it looks like a few days later in general. That's not true. But I know one thing, that if I buy here, the chance of it bottoming is extremely high. How high does it go from there? Nobody ever really knows. You make a bet and you hope for the best. And the traders who sit there and they hold and they hold and they hold, they will catch the biggest moves and they'll also catch losses that could have been winners. And it works both ways. And that is the simple truth about the market. So considering that finding follow through trend is hit or miss depending usually if the market gaps up or down. Wouldn't it be easier to find levels that usually you can bounce from and just try to make as most of it as you can on the trade? Isn't it easier to hold a trade when you're up money? Isn't it much easier to sit there in a trade when your P&L is green? So on May 31st, I'll be doing another one of the trendline courses. Um, it's either $95 or $195. I highly suggest if you want to learn this methodology, you do it. Because what we're doing and how we called the dead bottom of the triple Qs today, the way we called the dead bottom here of these triple Qs is because we knew robots would be buying here. We knew that when this algorithmic reversal line hits, that we can buy because we know the trading robots will be buying here with us. That is the important thing. You don't honestly believe that, the 300 people in my room can move the triple Qs. You didn't think that, did you? We're not taking some little low float penny garbage name and moving it a dollar and shooting it up 50 cents or so. I mean, this is the triple Qs we're talking about here, right? I mean, the volume bar in which we purchased it on was over 1 million shares on the 5 minute bar right here. You had 1 million share 5 minute bar. That's not us moving the triple Qs. That's the robots moving the triple Qs. And having the ability to accurately predict where those robots would move the triple Qs is invaluable and of utmost importance to your success. We had a medium conviction idea today. I almost typed in Hershey's. Isn't that funny? So it's international paper. Look at the daily. Doesn't look like a lot, right? Doesn't look like a lot. Look at that. Stuck between. This is the stock you bought today on the daily that you're excited about, Mark? Yes, because we were buying it when it was here. When it was here. Right around here. So when it was right around here, we bought it. Maybe it's better to show you a 1 minute. So you could see this is a 1 minute chart. So we were buying it, not at the dead bottom of this 1 minute bar, but right around here. Right around there, 53.90s is when it was called out. And it sounds like this. I was like, long IP, medium conviction. Let's India Peter, IP, international paper, long IP, medium conviction. When I say that, I'm usually taking between, I could go up to a couple thousand options, generally speaking. So I loaded in, and the stock exploded. Not only that, when it hit the top here, I'm saying, guys, don't be afraid to take profits. Guys, don't be afraid to take profits. And I said it, I think, 5 times, hoping, in a row. And that's when it fell. And then, of course, throughout the day, it actually drifted higher, and I still have some. So while this doesn't look like a big move, this for me today was a tremendous move. So with that being said, calling the market bottom is not luck. It can be done. I'm not saying I could do it every day. Of course not. I'm not saying I could do it most of the days. But I am saying that I can do it, and when I do decide to do it, there's a very high conviction that it's going to work. So calling that market bottom in real time, I mean, I didn't even think the IP was that impressive compared to that market bottom. I didn't even list it here on this list. Ladies and gentlemen, it is, it's up to you to really look at everybody has a method. You have a different method. All these educators, mentors, broadcasters, they all have a strategy. They all have a strategy that they believe in. And, everybody's strategy, well, not everybody's, but most strategies are different. But I will say I'm the only strategy that I have seen out there that focuses on buying lows of the pullback. For me, I try to be up money right away when I buy. Again, I lose on trades too. I'm not saying I'm right every time, but the entire mentality and methodology behind what I do is actually trying to buy in the pullbacks, and that's why I'm probably one of the most consistent traders on the planet. Because I'm taking strong names, strong ideas, waiting for them to go down, waiting for them to hit support, and then buying them. It's that simple. And no, I'm not always right. But yes, I will make money consistently in the long run, and I always do. How about our game plan in Forex? So, a couple names. First of all is Huya, Haya. Sounds like a karate chop, right? Here's HUYA, all-time highs 24.35. Beautiful breakout here today on this recent IPO. IPO'd on May 11th. I'm looking for a breakout at 24.35. Beautiful setup. And then last but not least, I'm talking about Netflix, which hit all-time highs today. This is a bullish, very, very bullish formation here. Stock hit all-time highs again at 354, and that's the trigger I'm giving you guys for a potential breakout to the upside. You know what I notice about Netflix? A lot of times you have big moves on Fridays. Just check out check out the Fridays. Some Fridays are down, but like a lot of the Fridays you've had like these big moves, like these big green bars in Netflix. The majority of them, you had big turnarounds, big pop-ups. So I'm gonna watch the market tomorrow, and I think there's a good chance Netflix is gonna run again. People are looking for a name. People are looking for the next hottest thing. And this is, you ready for this? You ready for this? This is the only FANG name that's at all-time highs. What do I mean by FANG? Of course, I'm talking about Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, Google. So here's Facebook. All-time high on Facebook, $195.32. You're around 10 points away, approximately, right? Apple, closer to all-time highs, but not there. $190.37, not there. Amazon, not that far away, around 35 points away, $1,638.10. Didn't hit the all-time high today, right? Netflix hit the all-time high today. Google's not even close. $1,198 on GOOGL. That's over 100 points away. The only FANG name that hit all-time highs today and closed at a fresh all-time high today from the prior all-time highs is Netflix. Do not underestimate this stock to the long side tomorrow morning. If you're in the room, I'm not going to let you underestimate it. But if you're not in the room, do not underestimate Netflix calls or long Netflix tomorrow morning. I said my piece. Of course, now I'm going to share with you, we had a couple winners in the Forex. Had a couple nice big trades there. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Four types of trades. You got one short, three buys. Here's my size in US standard lots. Here's the symbol I'm trading. You guys get that as well. The symbol pairing Euro Yen, Euro US dollar, Great Britain Pound Aussie dollar, New Zealand Swiss franc. You get the symbols right there. You get literally the price I'm buying to the fifth decimal place out. The fifth decimal place out, I will share with you exactly the price I'm bidding or in the top case offering. Here's my stop loss if I get filled and I'm wrong under SL right here. Here's my take profit level if I get filled and I'm right. And it's a screenshot directly from my live Forex account. You're more than welcome to copy it if you'd like. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys learned a little something about algorithmic trend lines and how important trend lines are for this market. If there's only one form of technical analysis, if I was a trader on an island and the island miraculously had electric and power and an internet connection, and I was only allowed to use one form of technical analysis, I would use trend lines and only trend lines because that to me is the most powerful, important form of technical analysis because black boxes and robotic traders follow that to more of a degree than any form of technical analysis I've ever seen out there. That is why it's important. With that being said, we're going to go into our full stock analysis. That's your stocks, my levels and thoughts, where I might potentially look for a buy or sell in any of the securities that you need some thoughts on. Of course, that is for Newsbeat Live members only. We are the fastest growing trading room in the nation. Happy trading, make money. I hope you guys enjoyed today's session, and we'll see you guys next time on the Newsbeat Live trading broadcast. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening.